It seems that we are live. How's it going, people? I hope it's going well and that you had a nice Easter. Did I have a nice Easter? Yes, I loved the weather. I went bathing, it was like 7 degrees, but it was still amazing. And now I'm back on my spot doing some game dev. So recently, so this week I normally post a video every Monday. I didn't do that this week. I've just been insanely busy, and I'll show you with what in a second. Feel free to comment and talk with me in the chat. I'll just say hello, YOLO. Cool. So if you've been following my streams, you know that I have been working on a top-down game, and I'll show you. Actually, I lost all process like some days ago, and like the game wouldn't run or anything like that, which really sucked. But check this out. I put in my old character, the Hawk. He has animations and everything, and there's kind of like a GUI, which for some reason is there should be an animation on it. It's not. The game looks a bit different in general as well. These are the bad guys. It always lags in the beginning. So that's we're gonna continue with this. I'll show you how it looks when I get hit. I had to do a lot of stuff differently. Whee! If you notice something, like every time you start, you have a new character. Every time you restart. Quite cool, huh? And that could even be with the outfit as well. What a lame fall. Yeah, so there's definitely some AI things that I would like to fix at some point. But for now it's kind of like okay. Oh, I missed one from earlier. But I'll tell you what the big issue I had was. Let's see if I can do this without dying. That was weird. Oh, that's a good one. I'll take that. There's a bug where apparently I haven't seen that before. Sorry, I guess we lost connection. There was some bugs that I encountered just now, but that's all good. So what really happened was I wanted to do custom shaders because I was implementing the Hawk character, which I'll show you. Is this body right here, looking fine and dandy. So this character has a specific shader, and this shader was made with shader graph, which is a graph in Unity that you can use to do your custom shaders. And the cool thing about this is that you can change the colors of the character, which is quite nice. And it's also like a sci-fi kind of like Hawk, so he can have sci-fi colors as well. And you can change, like, a lot of things are customizable. See the patterns you can change. You can also change the eye color. Yeah. So there's a lot of customization, and I really wanted this to be part of it. So I implemented it, but then I realized I was using the built-in engine in Unity, so I couldn't use custom shaders. So what I had to do was to go back and then use the lightweight. No, it's called Universal Render Pipeline, and that is basically a pipeline so you can use. It's very technical. Sorry. I hope you will stick with me, but the basis of it is that the pipeline you can use that for releasing on mobile, I guess. It's very low weight, or lightweight. So that means that you can basically port it to every platform. Shouldn't have too many problems with that. But I, in the end, decided to go with the high definition render pipeline, and the reason was because when I changed it, it just looked horrible, and I was running out of time, so I just had to go with what I thought was the best option. And the best option at that point was to do high definition render pipeline. And I want to explore if I can have both in some way, or maybe downgrade it in some way and it doesn't look terrible. So that's kind of like those next steps. But this game initially started out as a game I was doing with no skills, and I took it far enough to the point where I was like, okay, now this is a good prototype, it's a good thing that I built. What do I want to do with it? Do I want to take it further? Do I want to release it as a game, or do I just want to say that was it and scrap it? But I thought it was a lot of fun, and I could use the characters that I had from earlier, so that's what I plopped in. It's a lot less big of a scope, and it's something that I'm really passionate about at the moment. It's not multiplayer, which was Galactic Hawks. That's what I worked on before, and that is multiplayer. So so let's just say, I think when it's not multiplayer, it's a lot easier to do. In general, you don't need players to play it. You can just go right ahead and play it. It's easier to test because it's single player. There's a lot of benefits with it, and there's no expectations of like a specific system, and all this networking and stuff just needs to work, and that's a lot of work in itself. So that's the main reason why I'm continuing with this. Galactic Hawks is a game that I want to do, and I want to build that. This is kind of like a prequel. It's a smaller game that can build up to the next bigger game. And that's kind of like how I want to go about it as well. Because if I want to make a living making video games, I need to output a lot more and a lot faster to test things out and to get like a sustainable business in the beginning, I think, at least. So that's my thought process regarding this. And that leads me to that the idea is to publish this on stream, and actually tomorrow there's a deadline to apply to be... Oh, I don't know how much I can say about that. It's a good thing I stopped myself there. But anyways, I'm gonna put it out on Steam, and I want to show you something sick that I haven't shown anybody yet, except my girlfriend. She saw like a sneak peek of it. But to set up the Steam page, you need all this stuff like a splash screen and stuff like that. So I needed that as well, and I have drawing skills and painting skills. It's not the best, so this was really a challenge. I also wanted to keep it simple, so it wasn't like too much to do. So let me show you what I ended up with. Capture that. So this was painted on the iPad. It's and drawn on the iPad. Yeah, I guess you can see what it is. It's the logo, Bloody Packs. That's the name, and it's gonna have a very 90s vibe to it. That's why I added this. And actually, the game was made in the 90s. This is just an update on it. And then this guy is looking really mean and crazy. In a way, that's the guy you will maybe be playing. But I think it grabs the attention of when you just see it like this. This is going to be the thumbnail. The logo is going to be a bit bigger on the thumbnail. So that was a lot of fun in general to set up. It also means that now the game is moving more towards a place where I'm utilizing my skills. I'm doing the best that I can, but only 80%. Meaning that I just want to see if there's something in this game and get it out to people. And then if there is, I can do something with it more. But this is meant to be attention grabbing. It's meant to lure you into the Steam page, and then I'll get your soul forever. That's the point of it. So yeah. And what are we gonna do today? Probably should have started with that. But the guns that I'm using in the game are something that I just downloaded, and I want them to be more sci-fi because it's lasers, and in the game it's just regular guns. So I already did something. Let me show you. So this is the model of. Sorry. This is the model of the Hawk. I just did a T-shirt the other day, and the jetpack is from Galactic Hawks, so you can just hide that. But I did the breast, which I think is very cute. I gave him some glasses because we're all geeky here, aren't we? All nerds. And I thought it was cute as well. And then I gave him, oh, there's no reason to hide that. Then I gave him a cap, and basically, actually this is, let me hide the gun for a moment. This is the security guards that walks around, and then we have the player currently is just this guy, and this is a weapon that I want to implement, but I haven't yet. So this is how it looks with, oh, actually not with the watch. Yeah, so this is how the player looks, and then when it's the security guard, it's just like this instead, which is like I guess the bare minimum of what you can do with like making them look a bit different. So yeah, but the good thing is that I have a lot of animations already with this guy, and the rig is set up and everything, so it's a nice setup to start with. So this is the take on the first gun. I don't want to go too much into detail because you're going to see it quite far away from anyways. And if I need to finish this, I just need to make it fast. And this is actually what I'm thinking about, just plopping in the game. So this will be the regular sci-fi gun, and then we have a Uzi as well. And the Uzi I'm going to do now. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then afterwards we're either going to do, I think effects could be cool, to add more effects to make them more pow. And that would be a cool addition. And that'll make the game look better as well, because we don't really have much when... For one thing, I think there maybe should be more blood in general. And like blood clouds we could add. And then when you hit the walls, there could be cool effects. And when we move around, there could be like small dust clouds or something like that coming from the feet. That would be quite cute as well. So those are the next steps, and I think sound effects could also be a thing that would really benefit the game in general. I don't know if I probably don't have time. I'm always too ambitious with this kind of stuff. It's like, oh, we could do this and we could do that, and then in the end I barely get anything done. So you should probably just shut up and start working. Alright, so I'm gonna call this done for now, and I'm gonna combine everything. And this is gonna be gun. Geo. And the Uzi has a different look to it. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do this, but I think I'll just start by duplicating it because we can use some of the same elements. So I'm gonna delete the top part. And then I think I'm gonna make this a bit longer. And I think a little bit skinnier. So I have no idea how Uzis should look. Maybe I should just Google it. I think I'll do that. I'll Google it. So just remember using the Uzi from... Oh, there's a gold one. That's always exciting. So when I was playing back in the day, I was playing a lot of Counter-Strike, and the Uzi that they had was kind of like this, which I think is cool. So maybe we should do something similar to that. It's kind of iconic, the thing that it has on the back, I would say. Lots of possibilities. The good thing, like the main reason I want an Uzi is because you can still hold it in one hand when we're moving around. Yeah. So I think I'll just do something and see where it ends up. Why not? But I want it to be a sci-fi Uzi. It's a lightweight machine gun. That's the, I guess, the thing we want to go with. It's just a box, basically. Box modeling for the win. But it has this cool mag going down, so we should definitely add that as well. And it's a Uzi. Easy. That's it. Job's done. Well, oh, cool. It's a 3D model. So I'm not sure how we're gonna make this more sci-fi. I think we could add something at the back of it, maybe. So I have actually not much idea about what I'm doing now. I'm just testing things out. I just want to test some different shapes and see if there's something I like. I mean, it's the game is coming from a night. Hey, Bad Bro Animations, welcome back. I'm glad you are joining us. I'm just working on some guns for this fella in the game. I showed it a bit earlier, but it's the same game as we worked on before. This time it's just with the Hawks instead. I can show you in a moment. And then I'm working on this gun type thing. How are you? Guess I'm so happy that I'm just sitting here alone whenever somebody comes in and say hello. But I'm also doing it for the guys who will look at it later, look at the channel later. Yeah, it is. It's from the Push Jetpack game, but I'm taking the character and putting it into the top-down game. Actually, I did that already. That's too much. I'll show you. Give me a moment. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'll save and then... Oh no, no, here it is. So the game looks different from before. It's mostly the lighting and then the character, and then I put in some UI. So actually I had to do a bit of animations. There's the wave animations and then there's a walk backwards as well. And then I kind of like redid, not redid, but I added so he could hold a gun. I don't know how to say it in a better way. Wait. He just flied away. So yeah, here's a gun, and I don't have a gun in my hand now when I'm moving around. As you see. So I could use the same models that I had before, but it's not sci-fi enough. I wanted it to be sci-fi. This looks kind of regular. Looks too regular. Boom. There's blood splatter everywhere and... Oh! So the last time we added the melee, and that's still the same. There's a small issue, I think, where they can hit themselves. Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh! He flew. It runs a bit weird sometimes in the editor. I hope like some of the physics will be better hopefully when you do it in when you don't run it in Unity. They all have. It's more rare to get this gun, so it's not often that many people just drops it or Pix drops it. You can see now he's dead and he's just laying there with his goofy head. Ragdolls. Oh, it's a gun. I don't know why it's so slow when I'm shooting. Maybe that's because of the frame rate. Oh, yeah, that's another issue. There's a lot of like smaller bugs. But this is the end of the level, so yay! Yeah, it's because I am a pig, so that's my mascot as well. No, I just thought it was awesome. I like the model still, and Galactic Hawks, the other game you were talking about, is a way bigger game. So I could use it now, and then I could use it later as well. That's the plan. What should we add more on this gun? I feel like maybe... How can we do it more sci-fi? Like, maybe if we add a little bit like this. Yeah. I don't think this is too bad. Maybe. It has something I like because it's big and chunky, and that's kind of like, I'll show you some of the sci-fi guns that they have. Maybe I should just search sci-fi Uzi and what comes up. Oh, how bad all these designs look. Way worse than mine. Look at this garbage. No, it's really cool. They look really cool. Maybe the round thingy, that could be cool to add on the side. I don't know much about guns. I'm just like, oh, this looks cool. We could add that to break up the model a bit. That is sick though. Should we just steal that, maybe? I think it's gonna be a bit hard to make work with the animations that we got. That is also pretty cool. It has the opposite feel that mine has, where it's a bit more chunky in the middle. Oh. Maybe we should try that, to add that so it's chunky in the middle. Instead of, because if you look at my design, it's the opposite. Yeah, I think I want to try that. I think that could be cool. Hello, Noob Gaming. Welcome. Just exploring some guns. I mean, virtual guns, not real guns. Yeah, look at this. Welcome! This is for you. Sorry. I don't think that's too bad. I'm just exploring kind of like this basic shapes of this gun. We already made, I can show you what we already did. So this is the gun that that's the normal gun that you get. And I'm working on the Uzi, a sci-fi Uzi. So I think I like something like this. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I guess the most important part is that it's different from the other one. So they have like a silhouette that's different. So it's easy to see which gun it is when they drop on the floor. So, do you prefer, which one do you prefer? This one or that one? It's more skinny, this one, I would say. This is the second one or the first one? This is just the general shape of it. I'll do some more work on them. But I don't have like a huge amount of time. So it might be a bit bare bones. The skinny one is, do you mean this one? I don't remember if I said skinny. Did I say that? Okay. I think I'll try to work on this a bit more and see. I like, maybe I should just add the back. That's what I like from this actually. This kind of thing. Okay, I'll just try to do that. We could add this as well, just a bit smaller. Yeah, we could do that. Do I like this more? Oh yeah, it's my fan. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I wanted to buy a new fan and it's a bit annoying. It's for my computer. So actually it's because I have such a small computer that I can only buy specific fans, and then the one I bought was really good in the beginning, but now it's starting to this is a jet fighter. But now it's starting to sound like a lot more than it was before. It's starting to get noisy. So I'm thinking about buying a new one, but because my computer is so small, it needs to. First of all, it's a bit expensive, and then second of all, it's needs to fit. I think I like this shape of it. It looks a bit dangerous. What do you think? And we could, if we round up the top, I think that would look nice on it as well. So the top will be rounded. I should be a gun designer. Or we should. You're hoping. Okay, I think we're gonna go with this. I like it. So this is what I was talking about. Yeah. And that's the thing, when you feel like you have a good shape, you can always add more detail to it. That's why I'm not like adding a lot of detail yet. Maybe the bottom of it should be more straight. Yeah, I think I like that more. When it's more straight on the bottom. And I'll compare it to the other one. Yeah, so I think this is actually good because this is the regular gun. And I think the benefit with that is going to be that it has bigger bullets, so it's easier to hit targets. And then the other one is going to have smaller bullets, but more rapid fire. So it makes sense that it's kind of like smaller. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to go with. And then I'm going to make this less long. And we could do it even like taller. A tall boy. And we could do the other one skinnier. Or not skinnier, but I can't like that. Oh. Looks like something you buy in a toy store. But that's okay. Maybe I want to do it so it's even... Yeah. I think... trying to figure out how I want to do this, because the dent that they have on the top makes them look similar. This one goes down. So maybe I should try to do something even more different. Oh. Yeah, I love this. I love the Uzi. That's awesome. And I like some stuff about this. Can we do so this is going upwards instead, maybe? I know this is probably not how a gun would look like in real life. They would have the aim up there somewhere. So this makes them look different, at least. Is there more we can do? Hello Lucio, welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. I think I just want to try this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but I'll try it. Yeah, I think I like that. Or do I? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I like that. So it's just I have a hard time talking while I'm doing this. How are you, Lucio? So if I do the opposite, so it kind of like goes down, that will help with the silhouette. Yeah, no, thanks. It's for my top-down game. I don't think I've seen you in the streams before. I can show you the game that I'm working on. I'll just show a little bit. So this is the guy. Can hit stuff. There's some UI as well that I've been working on. Yeah, okay. And then it's a top down, so now they can't hear you because you're so silent. You're a silent killer. And let's drop guns. Okay, so the gun is what I'm working on. This is the Uzi, and it shows a model that I found on the asset store. That's why he's just holding his hands. He doesn't have anything in them. Oh, shit. Yeah, so there is a bug when they attack you with melee, they can attack themselves. Look at that. It's the eyes and the teeth are left behind. Oh. And the levels are randomly generated. I played a lot, so it's a bit easier for me, but it's quite hard in general. I don't have any more. Oh! I don't have any bullets left. Boy. Thanks, man. Yeah, except when he's when it's fucking. Oh, he just disappeared. I think the physics are struggling a little bit when I'm running it in the editor. Oh. Okay. Whew. Didn't somebody drop an Uzi? I think I saw an Uzi. No? Oh, did this. Okay, yeah, this is the end. So, if we restart, it'll be a different level. And a different character as well. So they look a bit different every time. And also the enemies looks a bit different. Look at that guy. He looks challenged. Yeah. So if we restart, it's new character model. I mean, the clothing is the same because I don't have a lot of clothing or outfits for them. But also animations are actually procedural generated. I can show you. Yeah, so now it's paused. So his face is random generated. And that's, I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say about it. This guy is also, that's the enemy. He has a different face. Yeah, this is a bug, but you can see they all have different. I mean, there's only a few limiting faces, but it still does a lot for the character. I feel like. My God, I don't know what this mess is. Looks the dancing, I guess. What else? We got one over here. He's a pale boy. He's very happy with himself. I mean, the run cycle is the same for all of them. It's quite fun to look at. And then they have butt cheeks. Beautiful butt cheeks. Yeah, that's my weird game. My mama would be proud. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this like these are the guns we're gonna have, and that's it. I need to go grab some water real fast, but I think I'll just combine this first. Combine. So I mean, it could be cool with textures on these guys as well, but the textures is gonna come later, I think, because at the moment I don't really have time, so it's just gonna be material that I'm gonna put on to have a color. So the plan is to put it on Steam. I just did a splash screen. I'll show you that as well, and then I'll put that up while I go get some water. I just got accepted to put it on Steam, but there's a lot of stuff to do still. So yeah, so this is a drawing I did for, and the logo will be a bit bigger. But that's how, yeah, that's the cover art that I'm gonna put on Steam as well. Thanks, man. I'll be right back. I'm back. Wasn't that fast? So the next step. I'm sorry about if you can hear my fan. It's quite loud. I should buy a new one. So I'm gonna rename this one OC. And I actually wanna, because we have this bat as well, so I wanna bring that in as well, just in case we need it. Welcome to all the people watching. Hey Asian Cat, what's up? How are you? So the next step is to get this in the game, and I will do it a bit quick and dirty. Export. And now you have to see my terrible folder structure. Ignore this. Weapons. Alright. Give me a moment and I'll plop them in the game. So I think the challenging part is gonna be the guns aiming in the right direction. Because I mean it's quite important that the player feels like they're shooting in the right direction, and if there's an offset, that could obviously be a problem. I think I'm gonna put it in this folder. So graphics, And we should probably have one that says weapons. And I'll just plop in the FBX file. So this should give us the weapons. Oh, sorry, and we have them. I mean, the colors are quite crazy. So the idea is that I'm gonna attach them under the player character that we got. How are you, Asian cat? And we'll just start with the regular gun. So can I break? Okay, so I need to unpack this. I'll do it. How is it that I do that? Prefab. Unpack. Cool. And I'll take the Uzi and the bat. There's no reason to have it in this group actually. I probably should have had the same pivot on each of them, like the handle maybe would be a great place to have the handle. Okay, great. I think I need to do that just in case to have the pivot. Wait. Hey, Luan, I hope I said that right. So this is not. I know you're referring to the other game that I'm making. This is the same characters, but I just plopped them in a new game. So I'm reusing stuff and cheating a little bit. So this is how it looks. And you can grab weapons. Oh, he didn't have any. He didn't have any weapon, but if he had, you could grab it. Oh, he didn't either. So they does attack you, but when you just oh, he has a weapon at least. Yeah. But when you don't have a weapon, they can't hear you because you're so sneaky. Yeah, so that's how it looks. I'll just change the pivot on these boys. So a bit below the trigger. Looks good to me. And then this boy. Cool. And then I'll have to export them again. Yay! This just make it easier to align it with the character model. So that's what I'm doing. Thanks. And this didn't update it for some reason. I think I worked on this for about a month, but like only a few hours. I think like 40 hours in general. Why? Oh, it's because of the center. Now it's the pivot. Awesome. So that's the right spot. Let's unpack it again. Cool. So this is made with Playmaker, and the thing is that at some point I would love to add different skins. For example, a turtle. You could play a turtle in the game. That would be awesome. I don't have that yet, but I'm planning on it. So that's why when I have a prefab that's the player, and then I have one that's the skin, and then I combine those, and then the player is kind of running the skin underneath it. But it can only work if the skin is set up correctly. So this is the base model, the skin. And what I want to do is I need some point of anchor to attach the... Oh, my nose. I need some point of anchor to attach my guns. And you can't see this, but those are basically... there's a skeleton underneath it. And this is the ragdolls colliders that I have. And then I'm gonna find the right arm hand. And then I'm gonna save that joint on the skin, and then I'm gonna put in the gun onto that. And then all my problems will be solved. And I'll live happily ever after. Okay. Okay, so let's just call this define fangs. Proper naming. Set game objects. And then this is gonna be called weapon as such. Well, the rig is kind of like the bones. It's the hierarchy of the bones. And that's the only thing I have. I only have all these bones or joints. So I'm just going to anchor it to a joint. And I think I could do it to the mesh as well, but I think this will work equally as good. So we're going to take the right hand. This is the right hand joint. It's placed here, and you can see if I move it, it moves the skin as well. So I'll save this. And then this is the skin that we have, right? And then we have the other prefab that's called the player. And this looks like a black fang, and it's just empty. It just has a collider on it and some other aspects. And we have a interact, and we have, I think it's under aim, we have a system for new pickups, yeah. So we have a system for new pickups. How do I do this? I think, yeah, we need to do it somewhere here. So this is the place where you set up specs for pistol. I should have named everything pistol. Why did I name it gun? Dennis, come on. So, okay, the first thing is just to add the game object underneath. So we will create object. No, we don't have the object yet. So let's save a prefab. Weapons, and I'll create a folder underneath that says prefabs. Gun, OC, and Labat. Cool. Open. And then I'll take and create a gun model. So this kind of like the basics. So now it should create a model, but we need it to be parented underneath something. And we could do it under this guy, but then it wouldn't follow the hands. So what we're gonna do is, this is where we put in the skin and run the animations. So we're gonna get the hand joint here as well. So get FSM game object, and we're gonna get it from the puppet. And what do you remember what we called it? Weapon attach. No, that's not the. That's the variable name. And then it's FSM, I believe. And we'll call it the same thing. Weapon attach underscore go. So now it should get the joint that we saved before. Oh, it's hard work. Copy. And then under where we then have the attachment, we can also get that game object. Yeah, so let's just do it. Because I don't think it's that requiring to do that. So we'll just use the owner, and then we'll use animation, and we'll get the weapon attach. So that means that we now should have the right joint to parent it under. I'm not sure if that's the case, but let's try. And then this should be stored as weapon underscore go. So the issue is now that every time we pick up a weapon, it will just create a new weapon. And if you pick up 10 guns, it will add 10 guns. Show mesh. But we're gonna test it out just to see if it works. Set position, and I'm gonna set the position just to 0, 0, 0, just to make sure that we can see it when we pick it up. Because then it should be right at where the hand bone is. Okay, should we test it? So now it's going to look different from the gun on the ground and the gun that's being shown when you pick it up. And that's obviously not the best case, but the best thing, but we're gonna one step at a time. See if we can find a gun. He has a Uzi, so that's not the one we want. So still no gun. I think he has a gun. Yes, he was flying. Alright, so if I now pick this up, nothing happens. Exactly what I was hoping for. Why? Why did nothing happen? Maybe we didn't get the right. Yeah, so it didn't get the weapon attach object, and that could be because of this guy, FSM. Okay, so we did get the weapon attach underscore go here, but we probably didn't get it in here. Set position. Why though? Why didn't we get it? That is the question. Weapon attach underscore go FSM. Weapon attach underscore go FSM. So maybe we need to wait a frame before we do it, because sometimes it doesn't define the variable quick enough and you try to get it on the same action. So maybe that's the issue, because it seemed like the naming was the same. So I'll call this get weapon point. Copy. Paste. And then I'll remove this action here, and then I'll next frame event. So that means that it's gonna wait a frame and then it's gonna do it. So it gives it time to create the puppet, and then we're gonna take the game object afterwards. Or yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. It does make sense in my head. In my head, it makes sense. So let's see if that works. Otherwise, it must be something with the naming. I'm not quite sure what it else could be. So let's see if we can find a gun. There is a gun. Still does not work. You see, he's just holding his hands like this was supposed to be a gun, but there's no gun. Did we get it? Did we get the... Okay, so we didn't get it. Weapon attach underscore go FSM. That is weird. Why is this not working? Help! Somebody help! Okay, so I'm just gonna FSM. So that's correct. Weapon attach underscore go. Weapon attach underscore go. It seems like it's the same, right? What's going on here? Maybe it needs more time. Okay, I have a thing we can test out. So if we are going to the animation and we're just gonna check this every frame, and then once we spawn and we still don't get it, then there's something wrong with the thingy-majing. That's how I communicate. So now, oh, I was expecting the animations not to play. Why did it move on? That's not what I wanted. Ah, okay. So maybe we're not even able to get the... Yeah, so this sends the event moving before we are able to get anything. Before we are able to get the game object. That's what's happening. So that means that we're skipping that state. So it starts here and then it doesn't even get to this point because it's already being called into going into the movement state, and we do that in this stage because we just get the player and then we start moving. I mean, why not? So, and that's not really what we want. So we're just gonna add a wait. Yeah, it is being spawned, but it's not being spawned in the right position. So just gonna wait a little bit before we spawn it, or before we get into the moving. So now it should get through this first before I can go to moving. So let's test if that works. And before I pick up a weapon, I'll test if it saves the saves the thingy. So we have the player, and if we go to animation, why? It's not working. I don't know why it's not. Why? I don't know why it's not working. Will Dennis solve this issue today? Or will he forever be stuck with characters unable to pick up weapons? I think there's so many systems that are working intervened, like not intervened, within each other. So it's kind of sometimes it gets. Hey Morten, long time. Oh, you already had to go. Maybe you're already gone. Yeah, but there's so much stuff intervening, like systems interacting with each other, and then which order are they gonna be run in and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'm struggling with at the moment. But actually, we're getting the same puppet here, so we could just get. And I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the weapon attached joint in the character GFX, and that makes sense as well. And then we're gonna remove it from here, and then in the aim system, we're just gonna get it from. We're just gonna get it from, instead of animation, we're gonna get it from character GFX, and that hopefully should do the trick. Then we just avoid the problem. I hope. So let's see. Okay, so in the character GFX system that we have, it gets the hand. Amazing. Process already. That means that we should be able to get it in this. So now we should be able to pick up a gun. Sorry, it lags a lot when I have. Oh, yes. Does it work? I don't think it works. Oh, it does. It's just rotated in a strange way. Look at this beauty. How beautiful. That's why you make games right there. Make beautiful art. So what happens if we set this to 0? Yeah, not really what I'm looking for. 90. And minus 90. Okay. So I'll try to remember minus 90 and 90. Wait, we'll make it full screen. Wow. There's also something going on because there's supposed to be a knockback and that doesn't work for some reason. Now this is a gun in the hand. No, wasn't it 90 and then minus 90? Let me check. Trying to trick me. No, you're right. Sorry. Minus 90 and then 90. Okay. Actually, we should have moved it a bit as well. Oh well, we're gonna do the rotation first. Oh, my nose is killing me today. Minus 90 and then 90 and 0. But maybe we have to adjust it a little bit so it points forward. And we can actually just do the Uzi as well. Show pistol mesh. Show Uzi mesh. Bloop. And this is gonna be the Uzi. Cool. And if we go back, I think it's allergies that is he has a Uzi. No. Yes. And nothing. I think that is correct, but no, is it? I'm from Denmark. Where are you from? Yeah, no worries, let's keep the conversation going. So apparently the Uzi has no. Did we? Oh, maybe it's because we didn't set it as. I think we messed it up. Yeah, so that's how it's supposed to be. Argentina. That's far away. What's is it the same time zone? Geography is so... I'm horrible at it. Let's check out what's going wrong. Yeah, so it says to world, it should be solve. There we go. My time is 3. Must be 3 p.m. or 15. Whee! Oh, they are both not carrying guns. That guy must be carrying a gun. Boom! No. That guy? Yes. Okay. Wait, don't shoot me. No. Yes, I think the direction is correct actually. Even when we're moving around, it looks... I mean, it needs an offset. Oh, okay. Yeah, It's a bit of a difference. But this is already like awesome. It's the totally right direction. So there's only a couple of things we need to do now. Or actually I need to place it in the right spot. So let's find the gun again and then see what the what's the translation we need. Do you have the day off, or are you doing something today? For some reason it's not playing the music. Okay, found a gun. Let's see. So what I want to do is to place it in the right spot. You can see it's off, and also like the animation could be better, but I think that's gonna be okay. I like that it's not straight, but there's a little twist to it. You can see I strategically placed the finger so it would be able to trigger. It looks like it's a bit too small, this area for the finger. I mean, that's something we can fix at a later date, and then this just goes right right through the model. I don't know if I'm not sure if how we should fix it. That maybe we should just have it like lower so it won't intersect as much. We could take it up a bit maybe. Well, for now it's only gonna be these two guns or weapons, and maybe a melee weapon as well that we added. But I want to add a... Okay, so that's quite good. I want to add like a grenade launcher as well. That would be quite awesome. I'm not sure about this. Because it's a bit weird to hold a Uzi with two hands, right? Because you can't normally. So you would have it in one hand. Cooler would be have to hold it sideways. Maybe we should add that, but for now I don't really have the time to add that. Oh no, I forgot to look at the translation. That was what we wanted. Dennis, come on, you can do better. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is because right now it's just it resets the placement of it. So when I select the gun, you see it has 000 in the translation, and that's all fine, but there's this place where the joint is, and that's in the middle of the hand, and we need an offset to it. So I'm just gonna drag it like this and find that offset. So that means maybe we should even rotate it a bit more. Now I'm gonna rotate it a bit down. So we have, how does it look if it's like 75 minus? That's a bit too low. 80. Yeah, so 80 minus. I'll grab a notepad, otherwise I'll just forget this again. I think we can drag it a bit forward. That kind of looks okay. So I think it should be the same-ish, kind of. Actually, we need to drag it in a bit more in the middle. So if we set it to 1, 1, 1, 1. No, I don't know, is that correct? Let's try to type it in. So road minus 80 position. Okay, so I got a start now. I just want to see. It felt like the rotation was a bit off. I'll see if I can find. It looks kind of cool though when he's like running around. No. So I think it needs a bit of rotation in the y-axis. No, not the y-axis. The z-axis. No. This axis. $80. So let's say this is 60. And then this is 30. I think, yeah, that's just because the orientation of the hand is all messed up because of this. So in order to get it straight, we need to cheat it a bit. So we're having 60 and 30. Oh, I don't have any bullet. I only had one bullet. So you see the issue with, yeah, I like the placement of the gun now. You see I have two guns, actually it's three, but two are on top of each other. Okay, I'm gonna change the setup that we have. So position. 0.11, 0.11, no, 0.11, and then the voltage on 80, oh sorry, 60 and 30. Yeah, I'm gonna copy these actions and I'm just gonna put it in here as well. Cool. Let's see how that works. There's the gun. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's half bad. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay, let's see if the Uzi is the same. It should be the same because the pivot is the same. Yeah. Cool. Slowly but surely getting there. So the next step is that we want to get rid of the gun. Because now it just keeps adding and adding and adding, and that's not what we want to do. And we also want to add the gun mesh to the guns laying on the ground. So we're gonna have this one, and it's gonna game object is null. Just gonna check if the game object is null, and if it is not null, then it's gonna destroy it. So we're gonna add some events. It's gonna be no weapon and got weapon. So it's null, then it's gonna be no weapon, and if it's not null, then oops, then got weapon. And gun weapon is just gonna destroy weapon. And then we're gonna run this normal thing. And this is gonna be new pickup. So we're gonna, that means that we're first gonna check weapon. First gonna check the weapon. And if there is any, we'll destroy it. Weapon. And if not, then we're just gonna go further. And then we're gonna create a new one depending on which one we are picking up. And what up? Oh my god. Sorry. What I want to do is also I want to be able to kind of like throw the guns on the ground. I haven't added that yet, but that's gonna be the next thing. Oh, that's a bug as well. Let's just try again. Oh no, not quests. Okay, let's try. No gun? No. Do you got one? No. Do you got one? Yes. And he got one. And he got one. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know how much you cut off that, but whenever you pick one up, it will destroy the other one, and you're kind of like still running around with the weapon. I don't mind that much because okay, now I died. And he killed his friend. Yeah, so next step is I'll just do that on stream and then I'm gonna call it. I think call it pistol. Yeah, so I have these. Oh. And I'm just gonna see if I can I copy this element and paste. Okay. Should we just have a chrome gun? The Uzi. Copy. Paste. That should be scale 111. I mean, they look quite different, so I'm quite happy with the different look of it. And this one should look different from the other one. Like, I don't know, this looks horrible with that. Yeah, no, so it's kind of like visual programming, so all these are just kind of like states, and then you go from one state to another to have all these different animations. Uzi. So now I have beautiful colliders as well. Apply. Apply. So now it should be the right guns that are then on the ground. I think it's gonna look a bit, yeah, like blueprints in Unreal. I think it's gonna look a bit weird with the pistol. But I'm gonna see how it looks and then. Whee! Okay, I don't think it looks half bad. But does it look half good? And they should obviously have the same skin when you pick them up. Actually, I like this. Yeah. So it's really simple material on it, but I think it's gonna work for now. Oh, we need to do like this so you can actually see them. Okay, I'm gonna check how they look. It should be the same as when... Oh, okay. Yeah, looks chrome. Let's see if I can find an Uzi. No, don't you dare. Okay. Yeah, it works. Awesome. So today we created these new gun models and it was fun to see you all here. Happy you joined. I'm gonna call it now because I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. But thank you for watching, and Lucio, I hope I say your name correct, but maybe you'll join another day. It was fun to have you here. Bye bye guys.